New England Candlepins is made possible through the generous support of the U.S. Candlepin Bowling Association. Learn more at uscandlepin.com. By Fico's Family Bowladrome in Franklin, Massachusetts. Visit ficosbowl.com. By your community's public access channel. And by your Franklin friends and neighbors. Good folks just like you. Thanks for supporting Franklin TV. And thanks for watching.
From Fico's Bowladrome in Franklin, Massachusetts, it's New England Candlepins Fall Tournament 2014. In our third Sweet 16 matchup, Franklin's Matt Rich takes on Bridgewater's Ken Spacone. Then in round 4, Red Spintig returns to take on young gun Nick Norcross. Now let's roll with your host, Jay Horrigan.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to New England Candlepins from Fico's Bowladrome in Franklin, Massachusetts. This is our second Sweet 16 show where we're going to have 4 bowlers today bowl. The 2 winners are going to advance to our Elite 8 show, and eventually we're going to pare the field down to our Final 4 and eventually crown our Fall Series champion. Our first match today is going to pit Ken Spacone out of Bridgewater, Mass., who qualified in the 3rd position, our 3rd seed. Ken, how have you been bowling recently?
Decent. It's the summertime, so it's a little light on the strings, but yeah, stay loose, get on the lanes.
I see that your 3-game total was 379 when you qualified last week.
Yeah, it was a good roll-off. A lot of bowlers showed up. It was fun.
Excellent, excellent. And you've been on our show before, correct?
Yeah, once. I try to be a little more comfortable this time early off and mix it up, make adjustments, see what happens.
Good, good. And we're welcoming back another bowler who's been with us before, Matt Rich, who, let me just double check here as I turn my sheet of paper uncomfortably, our 11th. Oh, no, I turned the sheet too far. Matt, what'd you qualify as? Do you remember?
I think I was the 15 seed or so. Yeah.
15, actually 14.
14.
If he's 3, you're 14. Just going by my NCAA brackets.
Hey, sounds good to me.
So 14th seed, Matt Rich, welcome back.
Thank you. Good to be back.
And have you been bowling recently, or have you been bowling much at all?
Well, I generally take the summers off, but no, I did well enough to make it here, so I guess I'm doing okay.
That's good. Yeah, you are one of our 16 qualifiers, and that's all it takes. As we've seen on other shows, it's just a matter of whether or not you make it into the 16s. We've had very low seeds end up as champions of the overall show, so it's just a matter of qualifying for the show, and once you get on, anything can happen. I do want to publicly apologize for interrupting you while you were eating your banana prior to us just going on air. I feel that's very rude of me, but my director, Matt Ferrara, does say we have a schedule to keep. I've already blown the schedule, and we're not far into the day, so I do publicly apologize for that.
Not a problem. Just got to fuel up.
Okay. Well, we'll be back for our first match of the day right after this.
What is community without community support? Without community access? Without communication that creates a common bond? You can make community by making community TV. Contact your public access community TV center. Learn how you can help, because you can. Volunteer today. When you support your community TV, you also support your community.
Back here on New England Candlepins, and our first match again is Ken Spacone against Matt Rich. Matt's going to be up first on lane 15. Correct?
Lane 16.
As I said, lane 16. That was a test for everybody. Congratulations, you all pass. I'm joined today for today's show, on today, today being today, by Dave Chestercove with Dave I cannot speak.
But today is definitely today.
Yes, good job by Matt Rich. I'm joined today by, I cannot speak. Dave Chestercove is with me today. And then another guy, Richie Myrick, is at the end of the table. Gentlemen, thank you so much for joining me. I think. Not for you so much, but more for me.
Thank you for the eloquent introduction, Jay. And that's a 9-box for Matt Rich.
Well, Richie, we've already broken up Dave, and we're not a minute into the show, and Dave can't speak.
Dave can't. He's got to get a hold of himself here if we're going to get through this broadcast.
Last time I think it took us maybe, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 matches before we broke Dave up and he couldn't speak.
Indeed. Oh, Matt with a great pitch. Nearly converts the spare.
Matt with a couple of 9s.
Now Ken Spacone will make his not his debut. He's been on the show previously, but making his second appearance.
I believe that's correct.
Yeah, I think Ken was on our second show.
Ken bowls out of Alley Cat Lanes. He averages 124, and that's a really impressive average out of Alley Cat. I've bowled there a few times. Dave, you have too.
That is right. I had the youth state tournament there, and that is
Sure.
absolutely a great average at that house.
Yep, Ken's highest single is a 197. His high triple is a 456. And he qualified with a solid 379. He also starts with a 9, so we got 3 9s.
Good pitch by Ken. Leaves the check mark right. Looking for the spare. Hoping to get some action. Leaves the 3-6 for the 10. All right, we start out with a very friendly 18 apiece for both bowlers after 2 frames. Matt comes bowls here out of Fico's Bowlodrome. His high single is a 167, high triple 413, and averages 113.
Yeah, he started off in the qualifier just a couple lanes over from us, Dave.
And there's a strike.
Oh,
What a
great
good
ball.
pitch.
Absolutely. He rebounded after a really tough game, and that shows you, in a 3-game set as much as it's a lot easier to come back. And in a 1-game situation, like as you'll see in our match, spoiler alert, sometimes in a 10-box format, you don't have enough room to make up ground, and Matt had a lot of room to make up ground. He took advantage of it in the qualifier.
Indeed. Matt nearly getting the double strike. Just looking at the 9-pin, piece of wood was near it, and now it's in the gutter.
Good case for a double there. That was a nice smooth ball.
It is. That's one of the challenges you guys face on these television shows, that it is just a 1-game match.
Yeah.
And you're right. You have a couple of bad frames, and it is so hard to come back from. Especially if you have a couple of bad frames and your opponent marks in those frames.
Indeed. And right on the pocket, looking for a strike of his own, and he is not going to get it.
Looks like about 50 pieces of wood on the deck there.
Indeed. Ken taking his time, taking a good read of the wood.
I don't blame him, because 3 pieces of this wood are angled weirdly. I'm not sure this is a gimme.
Yeah, and he chose to go with the angled one out in front.
But would you almost, I don't know if you throw overhand at that.
Oh.
And that 9-pin is not going to go.
No, I guess not. From my angle, I didn't really get a good shot at it. I probably would have played the left side of where he hit that left wood, try to push it straight back. But again, my angle is not straight on.
There's a good working ball there. The head pin last to fall, making its way to the right gutter. He leaves the 6, 8, and 10 with 2 pieces of wood.
It's got the double wood.
It's just covering the 6. That is a weird way to get one, folks.
Yes, it is. Double wood's always tricky because you're never quite sure how they're going to react off of each other. They don't always go in the direction you think they're going to go.
Oof.
All right, Matt taking a 12-pin lead early. Looking to increase on lane 16.
Matt, the only one with a mark so far. With the strike back in the 3rd frame.
A very good, smooth working ball there from Matt. You may recall Matt's match from a previous set of programs. Winning by just 1 pin on that terrific fill that he had. You might want to look that one up on YouTube, one of our previous programs that we had. I think he was bowling Andrew Wozniewski in that match.
I think you're right. It's a good memory.
It comes few and far between, Dave.
You got to take it when you can get it.
That's right. See if Matt can really apply some pressure here.
Threw a little extra on that ball.
You're right. You're right.
So easy to do in a one-string match to try to throw a little extra on and try to get those marks. Force it.
It takes out just the 1-3 there. It looked like a better ball than that, but
That leaves a triangle in the middle, the 5, 8, 9. Always important pinning. Another tall tale sign that you might be rushing is if you got 4 balls and you're waiting for them. Ah, what a great 10 right there. Ken looking for a hammer. Oh, what a great pitch.
terrific ball. Terrific.
Leaves just a 7.
This is a big one right here, halfway through the match. Chasing 12 pins. Let's see if he can carry it.
Ooh, just by. Looked pretty good on the way down.
Yeah, just ran out of lane there, I guess.
Same spot. All right, looking to rebound.
On a shot like that, is it easier? He seemed to come at it. Ken seemed to come at it straight. Is it easier to go across the lane at it?
Well, for me, I think it's easier because it just gives you more lane to work with. You know.
Yeah.
You're not subconsciously thinking about the gutter, but everybody has their preference,
Right.
based on how they roll the ball. Ken nearly making that tough spare.
Boy, I would love to see that one again. How is
Yeah,
that 2 pin
exactly.
still standing? Ken is just absolutely snake bitten by the wood at this point. Well, they say in the game sometimes, Dave, see a cap, play a cap. You know?
Yeah.
It seems like your ball sometimes is magnetized toward a cap, and that's twice that Ken has not benefited from that spot.
Matt leaving the Caleri left.
How is Caleri? You seen Caleri?
I have not seen him since the end of the Pro League, but he was doing pretty good. Matt giving it a shot. Leaving the 4-9 for the 10 box. Tough 10. Looking for 1, and he gets it. Good 9 there. All important to keep pinning if you're not marking. right, Matt leaving a pretty favorable lead on the on lane 15. 5 pins to the right, the 1, 3, 6, 9, 10. All together. Play the 1, 3. Oh! Punches out just a 6. He's really trying to force it down there, but he got a huge break.
That's going to go.
That is a huge break. That is.
That's an enormous break. That gives him. He's up 31 with the 2 boxes ahead. You know, that forces Ken to mark twice. And
yep, still forces him to mark twice.
a little break like that can go such a long way.
Yeah, kind of relaxes you a little bit, maybe.
Ken with another good ball.
Yeah.
He's going to leave the 2, 4, 10.
Oh,
he got
what
it.
a shot.
Man. There's one of those too.
Ken looking for a big fill. Oh boy, punches out the half Worcester right.
That piece of wood almost stayed on the deck. You almost never see that.
Yeah. Looking for a big spear. Nearly converts. Leaving just a 5-6. Still wants to pin. Still not over. Still got 2 boxes.
So
Alright,
12-pin difference as the bowlers head for the 9th and 10th frames.
It's actually a 10-pin difference. Little score correction on the screen. It didn't record Ken's spare,
Okay.
but that is fixed. Matt looking to keep at least 2 marks. Keep Ken to roll 2 marks, I guess is the right phrase. He's got a lot of work to do in this frame.
Halfway to Worcester, or now he's all the way to Worcester?
I wonder if he's from Worcester. No, he's from Franklin. Oh. That's going to change the match right there. He's going to have to mark to really keep the pressure back on Ken, to force Ken to throw 2. What a great pitch right there. That ball was much smoother than the last 3. That's good to see. Nice bounce back. Now with a big strike. Looking to put a big fill in it.
What do you know? He's got another mark in the 10.
He's good at
Something
that.
about this guy.
Looking for the double. All right. Gets 4 on the first ball.
Yeah, he's got to be sure to get 7 or 8 here at least. That'll again force Ken to mark twice.
Yeah, you ideally want to be all over the 3-pin for sure. It's going for him all. It gets a good 8.
That's the bold way out, and he takes an 8. That's right. Yeah, 108 game for Matt Rich. And that'll force Ken Spacone to come up with 34 pins. 33 will tie it. You got a tie yet on this program?
We've had a few.
Oh.
Dan Gaudier, Phil Clough tied once. I know me and Jason Doucette tied once. Oh, Ken almost gets it. So yeah, there's definitely been a couple ties.
That's really a tough break. Ken is bowled so much better than the score indicates.
I agree.
He just didn't get the breaks.
Yeah, he got kind of robbed on the first single he looked at. All that wood just didn't carry for him.
And he requires a double strike now.
Looking for a first one. In the pocket. Well, head pin. No luck. Nearly converting that. So Matt Rich will move on to our quarterfinals.
Or our Elite 8 if Jay prefers.
I wasn't quite sure
Thank you,
which one to
Rich.
go with.
That's
Dave,
10,
you
10 for
could
Ken.
go with whatever you're comfortable with.
All right, I'll go with Crazy 8.
Crazy 8. There we go. That
So,
sounds
Matt-
like a scratch ticket.
I hope it's a winning one. So our final score is Matt Rich, 108, and Ken Spacone, 94. And we'll be back in just a moment to talk to our bowlers. Welcome back, and we're with our bowlers from our first match of today's show. First of all, Ken, a lot of tough breaks it seemed like in that. Just, you know, you bowl a good ball and some pins just wouldn't fall for you.
Yeah, sometimes it happens. I mean, the shots were there and I missed them, so if I'd hit it a little better, they would have gone. So
Yeah, it was a tough one. I thought you bowled well. It seemed like you bowled better than maybe your score indicated at the end.
it felt like it at least. I missed a single there. You know, I punched 2 on the spare in the 8th box, so
Yeah.
I had opportunity.
Well, it was good effort, and it was good to have you back on the show. Matt, congratulations, 108. So you do move on to our quarterfinals / Elite 8, where you'll be taking on the winner of our next match. You bowled well.
Yeah, I bowled all right. You know, a couple strikes definitely helped, but you know, overall, you know, I got to find the head pin more.
And in typical Matt Rich fashion, you had a strike in the 10th frame.
Yeah, that felt pretty good. You know, I just felt pure out of my hand, and I was glad to see them all go down.
And it was perfect timing because I believe in the 9th frame you had a 5 count.
Yep, that was painful, but yeah, came right back fortunately, and it just happened to be enough.
Excellent job. So, yep, you will be moving on to our quarterfinals, our Elite 8, to take on the winner of our next match. So we'll be back with our next 2 bowlers right after this. Welcome back to New England Candlepins. We're back at Fico's Bowlodrome, and we're with our bowlers for our second match at today's Sweet 16 show. And we're with our first-time appearance by Nick Norcross. Nick, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
And this is your first time on our show. Have you been on any other TV shows?
I was on the old Comcast show for the kids. I've been on Candlepin for Kids a few times, and I was on when they did Nessun for the pros and kids. So.
Excellent. Great. I was once on Bozo when I was a kid, and I was also on Rex Trailer once. So I have some TV experience as well. How have you been bowling recently?
Pretty good. Just getting ready for the fall. Hope it carries over into the fall in the winter leagues. So.
Excellent. Now, where do you bowl out of? Where's your home lane?
Woburn, Mass, Woburn Bowlodrome.
Okay. Excellent. And we're back with a gentleman who has been on our show before. Fred, is this your second time or third time? Second time with us? Fred Spintig. I got the name right.
She did.
Son of a gun.
Yeah, 2 for 2.
2 for 2. Fred, welcome back.
Thank you.
And how have you been bowling recently?
Up and down. I have good days, bad days.
Well, up and down, I can understand that. You got to bend down to pick the ball up and
At
stand
my
back up.
age.
Yeah, well, you know, I hear you there. Okay. Well, hey, we're looking forward to this match. Should be a good one, and we'll be back with it right after this. We're ready for our second match of the day. First up will be Fred Spintig on lane 15. Good luck, guys.
Righty. Fred has been here before, and this time he opens with a strike. The foul line on lane 16 went off, but it's a technical issue, not anything Fred has done or
Yeah, there was no foul there. That'll count.
No. Must be a piece of dust on the lane there. We'll get to shortly. We'll watch it. So we're going to disregard the light. I'm going to keep an eye on the foot fouls for him. Fair. Looking for the double.
Fred, what a great ball that was.
What a great ball.
He leaves the 5-10. There's a piece of wood in front of the 10 pin a little further up on the deck and 2 pieces of wood behind the 5. I wonder which one he'll utilize. Goes for the 5 pin.
Oh,
he got it.
That's it. I remember last time Fred joined us, he was throwing a great ball and just couldn't get a break.
Next up, Nick Norcross out of Woburn, Mass.
Nick's a good young gun. He's 125 average, and he's got a monster high single. He threw a 210.
Whoa.
And right on cue, he rips out the 2 pin. Leaves a 4 horseman right with the 7 and the 9. Piece of wood.
Looking to convert. Nearly does.
There's a good attempt outside there.
Good 10.
This high triple is a 456 as well, so this guy is he's legit, no doubt about it.
Leaves the 9-10. He's got some wood out there. Curious to see how he'll approach this shot.
Yeah, I think with the angle there, Dave, it looks like nice and high, maybe even on the cap.
I would concur.
I'll concur as well.
I was going to say, Jay, where are you playing this? You
I'm
going
concurring.
On the cap too?
He'll play the curtain.
I wouldn't have done
Nick,
it that way.
giving it a
well.
good ride.
That was a good effort, just a little lower than I think where he was aiming. I think he was thinking cap as well. And it's a good clean 10, good 20 for Nick. However, still down to 10.
10 plus a ball. Fred looking to add to his lead. Fred comes from Stoughton. Bowls out of Viking Recreational Center in East Bridgewater. It's just 4.
Viking, we had a Pro Series there a couple of years back, and you want an honest house, that's an honest house.
All right, Fred struggling a little bit this box. Still got some work to do on the 3rd ball. Cleans it up quite nicely.
Great out.
Fred has a high single of 188, a high triple of 470.
Wow, that's up there.
So this guy can definitely roll the ball. Good looking pitch.
A little tight on the head pin that time. He's going to leave the 4, 6, 7. Piece of wood on the left-hand side. If he hangs it on the gutter, he might be able to flip it over. That's where he's going to go. Oh, he almost
Great
did
try.
it.
Nice shot.
Cleans it up for a nice team.
Yeah, good bowling out of both guys so far. Good clean pinning.
All right, Nick looking to gain some ground back.
Got the 2 open boxes. This is a good time here. Nick back on the 2 pin again. Goes inside on this attempt. Takes out the 4 cluster in the middle and looking to keep that pinning action. And he does.
Nick with 3 straight 10 boxes. That's great pinning.
Norcross onto the 2-pin once more, but this time a little more of a favorable break. He leaves the 1 and the 7 pin, a piece of wood right behind the head pin that he might be able to use as well.
Ooh, just by.
Have a lot of work to keep that 10 streak going.
Nearly gets
He
it.
almost did.
All right, Fred with a 14-pin lead after 4 boxes. Score 53-39. Fred looking to add to his lead, really put the pressure on Nick. Oh, throws the strike.
Throw it in the blender.
All right. Looking for the double. Oh. Wow. Punches out the 1-5.
Tickled the 10 pin as well, and just wiggling at him like a...
Watch it.
Yeah. I'm going to hold up on that one.
Thank you. Family show.
Not quite sure where you guys were going.
Oh, I was sure where I was going, but I held it up. We try to keep it... Was it PG or we good?
Fred looking to clean this up for a good box. Good 7.
It is a good out. That's a good out.
Tough break on his first ball, that's for sure.
Yeah, just 21 on a strike for 2 boxes is really not what you're after, and that leaves the door open for Norcross here. A couple of marks will put him right back in the match.
Still just a little on that 2-pin there.
Yeah.
Seems a little frustrated with himself a little bit.
That's a smart 9 there.
Keeps himself alive. Still only 2 marks down. He's still got a lot of room here.
This is a big ball here, Dave. You know, we've both been there when you just don't have your rhythm when you're owning the 2-pin or the 3-pin. This time, a little overcorrection, but boy, he's got to be thrilled with that leave. He leaves the 1, 2, 4, and 5 with what looks like a gimme piece of wood. If he hits it in the pocket, it looks like it's gone here.
Oh. Looks like he's drifting a little right, trying to get the ball to go straight at the head pin. Not his usual delivery. Usually comes in from the left side. I think he should stick with it and just make small adjustments rather than such major adjustments. But it's his game.
All things considered, he's only down still 2 marks with good fills. So
17 pins it looks like, if my math is right.
That's what I've got.
Oh, good. Fred all over the head pin. Leaves the spread eagle.
that's twice he's ripped right through the middle in a row.
All right, don't want to make sure you clean up. So Fred looking ideally for 3 pins here, at least 2. And he gets 2. All right. Oh, looking for the strike smoothie. Doesn't quite get it. Leaves the pretty god-awful leave, actually.
Pretty tough break, man. That's
Yeah.
the 8-10. And, well, there's that piece of wood's coming on. It's going to be all the way up to the lip. It's going to straighten out, and that's going to give him a little space to play with. If he picks a side here, maybe the right side, maybe the left side.
Hope he plays the left
it
side.
left.
Oh,
Wow, he
not
almost
enough
walked
of it.
that doggy
Yep,
right into
almost.
that 10-pin. That was a great try.
Good try. Right idea. I would have played the left edge of it, too. Picks a great 10, though. Oh, I will say if that wood was out towards the front of the plate, I actually would have played the right side, let the ball try to take out the 10. Nick, on the pocket, this ball doesn't get anything.
Norcross gets no reward at all. No, he leaves the 6, 7, and the 9 pin. Probably play the 2 pins here, Dave, even with that piece of wood, I think.
Yeah, definitely. Ooh.
Takes out just the 9.
Well, get a sticky game, at least a pin back. And he does so. Oh, Nick with a great break.
With a big splash.
Leaves the 1-7, but he's got 2 pieces of wood to help cover the 7 pin.
And a third
Is that
piece
wood's going to go in the gutter,
uh,
or is it going to roll back? Stay there? What's it doing?
Looks like it's
If it rolls back,
a little
he might
bit.
take out
I'll
another
tell you
pin.
what, if that gets a little mustard on it, take it right at the lights, you might see something happen here.
Might still take out the 7 pin.
That might still take out the head pin if it takes a right here. We'll see.
Oh, it's going to go right
It's
around.
gonna stop right in his way. Keep rolling.
She's still rolling. Oh, not anymore.
Dave, to do anything to get on camera.
It's unbelievable. There's only so much tape in these cameras. And
oh, what a
Nice
great shot. See, I went down there for the...
I would have given you credit, Dave, if you stayed down there.
Dave, did you give Nick a tip on how to play that wood on the way back?
No, not at all. I actually felt bad for him. Because I saw the angle. I'm like, it doesn't look so good.
That was a good shot.
And that's
It was a
Nick's
very good
first
shot.
mark.
Hit it perfectly.
It's a huge mark too with 8 box.
Oh, Fred. Dropping 9, hoping to put a mark back on.
Yeah, that was the same ball that he had in the 5th box there too. Same style ball.
Looking for the spare?
Oh, he's
And
right
he's
in the
all
face
over
with
it.
Right in the face of the 10 pin. And as big as Norcross's conversion there, that's just as big out of Fred Spintig here. Big Phil goes a long way here.
Right in the pocket, drops 5.
This is Fred's 10th frame.
Drops just the 5 there, but he's got a little piece of wood behind the 6 pin. Might be able to hook it over there. He's gonna go for it.
Oh! All important to get your sticks.
It's true.
Try to get at least 1. Hopefully you can carry 2, and if you get all 3, that's even better.
We've got bowling balls all over the place, gentlemen.
Man, we're running a tight ship here. We got candlepin balls all over.
Get 1. Oh! Leave.
So Fred
Not
is
how we
gonna
wanted to
end up
finish
with
that
a
ball there, but,
114.
puts up a good number. Still forcing Nick to mark out, I think.
Although just 1 big mark.
Yeah, just 1 big mark will do it too. It's currently down 16. Right in the pocket, drops a
Norcross
hammer.
is
What a
right.
shot!
Bomb.
Threw that one in the blender.
He pureed that one.
Looking to order up another one right here.
I do not see this blender that you two keep referring to.
Right in the pocket again, looking for the double. Looking for the double. Drops 9.
Norcross is going to need this one.
He's got that shady piece of wood out there.
At this point right now, we are dead tied. He needs to make this pin to win. It doesn't have to be this ball, but it's got to be one of the 2. And it has to be this one. We are still tied, folks.
Dun-dun-dun. Dun-dun.
Yeah, he's got that shady piece of wood. He's got to get by it, I think. Oh, and he
that'll
does,
do.
and he wins by a pin.
1 pin match.
Wow. That's a heck of a great finish by really both bowlers. But Nick Norcross will move on with a score of 115 to 114.
He will take on Matt Rich in our quarterfinal / Elite Eight. Tremendous match. Tremendous match. And we'll be back to talk with our bowlers after this. We're back with our bowlers from our second match today. First of all, both of you, that was a tremendous match, 1 pin difference. Fred, you had 4 marks. You had a great match. You started off with a strike and a spare, and Nick was having a tough time. And then all of a sudden, Dave Chestercove ran down lane 17, and the whole match changed. And Nick just turned around, had a spare, a strike, and then a great 10 in the 10th frame to win by a pin.
Yeah, he performed at the end. I had a few bad boxes there. I didn't pin. I think I had like 3 7 boxes, and can't do that against guys like this.
Yeah, and you had one frame, I think, coming off a spare where I think you had a 5, and I think that obviously that was a challenge there.
Yes, it was. And like I say, you can't give these guys, can't give them an inch.
And as you said, though, right before we came back on air, you're getting closer.
Yes, I am.
There you go. Well, we'll see you next time we're back.
Hopefully.
Absolutely. Well, Nick, you didn't hit the head pin until the 8th frame, but once you hit it, you were on fire.
Yeah, I was all over that 2-pin for the first box. I hit it, and then second box I hit the head pin. I left a 9-10, and then for about 6 7 boxes I was just off until got that lucky break with that Woodall with the guide. So,
well, we'll call that lucky break the Chestercove when he ran down to check that pin. But yeah, then you came up with the spare and the strike, and then you missed the pin, and then you picked it up on your last shot in the 10th frame.
I thought I was going to be just going to clip the head pin. I didn't really think I was going to get a 9 out of it, but I knew as soon as I got that, at least just hit it. I was a little nervous about the cap at first, but did it though.
You did. You absolutely did. And you're going to advance now on to our Elite 8 show, where you're going to take on Matt Rich, who won the first match of today's show. So congratulations on that. That was a tremendous match, guy. We had a great show today. 2 great matches. And as I said, you're going to move on, Nick, and you're going to take on Matt Rich in our Elite 8 show. Next week, we're going to have a whole new show, another Sweet 16 show, where the winners will advance to the Elite 8. So for my co-hosts, Richie Myrick and Dave Chestercove, and for our director, Matt Ferrara, I'm Jay Horrigan. Thanks for watching, folks, and we'll see you next week on New England Candlepins.
This program was made possible by your Franklin friends and neighbors, good folks just like you. Thanks for supporting Franklin TV. And thanks for watching.